Students, this is the help video for problem number 13 in your take-home practice quiz. Because it is a construction, you are going to need a compass and a straight edge for this assignment. A compass and a straight edge. I'm only going to get you through the constructions. So number 1. We are going to construct an altitude from point B to side AC. And we're going to label that point of intersection of the altitude point T using the constructed arcs and a straight edge. We're going to draw in the altitude BT. So it looks like this. We're drawing an altitude from B across to side AC. This is a smiley, dimple, dimple. Smiley, dimple, dimple. Looks like so. You put your pivot on B and you open up just past the opposite side. And you sweep a smiley. Your smiley has 2 dimples. Those are points of intersection right here and right here. You put your pivot on one point of intersection. You can choke up or shorten this distance at this point if you want, but do not change your compass settings between the 2 dimples. So from one dimple, tilt sweep, the other dimple, tilt sweep, and you have 2 points of intersection, or a point of intersection with 2 arcs. From B to that point of intersection, you have now created a perfect right angle. Draw it all the way through. This is an altitude, and this is point T. Altitude, by definition, has all right angles. Continuing. Says construct an angle bisector for BAC. Draw the angle bisector beyond side BC. Label that point of intersection of the angle bisector and BC point Q. So an angle bisector of BAC. BAC, that's this angle. This is also a smiley, dimple, dimple. So put your pivot on A, and it doesn't matter how far the compass is open as long as it intersects the two arms of the angle. So I'm going to do a smiley. You have 2 points of intersection. Go to one point of intersection. Do not change your compass settings between these 2 points. Sweep, sweep. And from here to here, that's a point of intersection. You draw through that point of intersection. And it says that this point, careful, it's not a midpoint. Very important, it's not a midpoint. All it is just a point of intersection, and that's going to be point Q. That is an angle bisector. Which means we are cutting this angle in half. Last, it says construct the perpendicular bisector of side BC. Perpendicular, it's going to make a right angle. Bisector, it's going to go through the midpoint. Draw the perpendicular bisector past AC. Label that point of intersection, perpendicular bisector in BC, point R. label the intersection at AC, point S. So a perpendicular bisector is a segment which is perpendicular and bisects. So that's of BC. So we're going to draw a perpendicular bisector of BC. You open up your compass setting, so it's just past what looks like the middle. And you sweep. Open up your compass setting just past the middle. Same, don't change your compass settings. Sweep. You have 2 points of intersection. You're going to line them up. I'm going to go past the other side. This point here is a midpoint, so we're going to go hatch mark on either side because that's a midpoint. And that midpoint there, we're going to label intersection point R. So this is point R. And this point of intersection down at AC is point S. You also have right angles on all 4 sides. There are all your constructions. This is your job now, is you're going to label the angle RSC as 64 degrees and label the angle BAC as 50. And then with only those 2 angles, you're going to find all possible angles in the diagram. Work in pencil and correct in red pen.